Hello everyone, welcome to GametechUK, and this video, which is an unboxing, setup and review video for the V99 from PXN. It's a budget entry-level wheel that works on Xbox, PlayStation and PC, and has some really unique features for the price point. For full transparency, I was sent this wheel package by PXN absolutely free of charge for this review video. My opinions are and always will be my own. With all that being said, let's get on with today's video. Taking our usual look around the box, you can see the V99 is quite a comprehensive package, including a pedal set with a clutch pedal and a gear shifter as well. The side of the V99 box tells us that it's a detachable 30cm round wheel. Side of the box confirms the supported platforms, which are PC, PlayStation 4, old gen Xbox, and of course new gen Xbox Series X and S. I will be checking PlayStation 5 compatibility in this video. The information also tells us that the base unit is gear driven with a maximum torque of 3.2 Newton meters. Let's have a look at the important stuff inside the box. We've got the user manual, then quite uniquely, certainly for this price point, we've got the detachable rim. As I said, this is compatible with PlayStation, Xbox and PC, but the theming of the buttons seems to be airing towards the Xbox theme with the Y, X, A and B. Then we have the shifter, plastic in its construction, but it seems to work and feel okay. It's also got two unique buttons built into the shifter, perfect for, say, Euro Truck or Farming Sim. Then we have two desk clamps. We also have a bag with all the necessary cables that we're going to need. There's also a small power adapter. Then we have the very nice looking and very compact base unit. Then we have the pedal set. Although it looks quite plasticky, at least there is that clutch pedal, and across all of those platforms that's going to be really important for things like trucking, driving, sim racing, farming. A very useful addition. Now everything's out of the box, it's time to set it up and start using it. For this video, I'm going to set it up to a wheel stand 2.0 from Next Level Racing. I fully reviewed that in this video here. Here's all the equipment set up to the wheel stand, and given the price point and the fact that it really is a catch-all regardless of what platform you're playing on, it really does look really nice. There is a lot of plastic. Almost everything that your hands or feet come in contact with has got a plastic finish, but I suppose if you compare it to the competition around the same price point, again, that's a fair comparison. Connecting the rim to the base is almost identical to the Thrustmaster system. Just push the rim into the base and tighten it up by hand with the plastic adjuster. It's surprisingly sturdy. Our first test is on the Xbox Series X, and you can see in the middle of the steering wheel rim the green light. That indicates you're on the Xbox. There was no problem getting compatibility with the Xbox. Quite strangely and uniquely, you have to plug your Xbox controller into the back of the steering wheel base unit via the USB socket, and that's how it gets its full compatibility. A little bit strange, but once you do that, once you plug it in, then the steering wheel works exactly as you would expect it. The force feedback model I would describe as adequate, which is fine given the price point and the fact that it is only a 3.2 Newton meter belt driven base unit. But there's enough here to understand what's going on in the car. I'm not going to say that you're going to catch every single slide, but there's enough going on here for you to be able to understand what's happening in your car and, most importantly, to have fun. The shifter is a lot of fun, and because it sort of plugs into the base unit, I think it's emulating your paddle shifters on the actual rim. So if you've got a car that you've always wanted to drive with a shifter and you couldn't configure it, you can control it with the shifter now. The shifter is really good. Like I say, it's plasticky, but it goes through the H-gate really easily. There's no feedback from it. It is just literally pushing it into each slot. But it's fun, and that's the most important thing here. Here we are with Euro Truck on the PC, and if you've only ever played Euro Truck with a keyboard or even a controller, the immersion you get through playing a system like this with the clutch pedal, and you can see here I'm using the shifter, it's very immersive and the best way to play Euro Truck. Of course, playing on PC, you've got a little bit more control and it's less emulation. It actually plugs directly into your PC. So something like Euro Truck, you have to go in and set each gear, etc. But you can also control your force feedback. So if you want more, then you can put more through the unit. When I play Euro Truck, I generally have the force feedback quite low, almost like power steering. But the actual immersion comes from me from playing with the clutch pedal and actually changing into gear, and like I say, that is an absolute game changer. The unit works on a PlayStation 4 in exactly the same way. You plug your controller in and it feels exactly like it does on the Xbox. There's no out-of-the-box PlayStation 5 compatibility. Unfortunately, PXN do a small wireless adapter for around £20, which is currently out of stock. You plug that into your PlayStation 5 and it will work. But if you put that compatibility to one side, there's some really great features here. I really like the shifter. The steering wheel feels great. The force feedback, as I've explained, isn't the most detailed, but there is force feedback. And there's also an app as well that you can connect to on your phone and change things like the force feedback or the different spring rates on the fly. Again, quite a unique feature at this price point. The cheapest I found the V99 on Amazon was £173. If you compare that, and it is in the same market, so it needs to be compared with something like the Thrustmaster T128 at just over £200. You don't get the clutch pedal, you don't get the shifter. If you compare it with the Logitech G29, it's about £70 cheaper than that. In some cases, you do get the Logitech shifter with the G29, but I think it's very comparable in price. If you compare quality-wise with the Thrustmaster and Logitech, I would say this is slightly below that, but obviously it's cheaper. I think the force feedback model would be more compatible and more individual with both the Thrustmaster and the Logitech. But saying that, you're getting a complete package for a really good price. I think it's important here on the GameTechUK channel not to only review higher end stuff. I think entry level and budget level equipment such as the V99 has a real importance for you, the viewer, to know what's out there and to find something that matches your budget. If you have enjoyed this video, I would love you to leave the video a like, maybe even subscribe. There's plenty more like this on the channel. But most importantly, go down to the comment section. Let me know what you think of the V99. Is it something that you would contemplate purchasing? I'll leave you, before you go, with a couple of videos. I've got this one here, which is a review of the Moser multifunction indicator stalk. And just down here, I'll leave you with my review hardware playlist. But that is it, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.